Okay, it's 7:01, so I'm going to call to order the June 26th Mayor and Council meeting. And I'd like to start with a moment of silent reflection for those facing tornadoes in Indiana and extreme heat in Texas. Okay, now we can salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Statement of compliance with the Open Public Meeting Act. This meeting complies with the Open Public Meeting Act by notification on January 9th of this location, date, and time to the town news and record by posting of same on the municipal bulletin board and the borough website and filing a notice of the same with the municipal clerk. Anne, could you now conduct the roll call?
Sure. Councilman Kanigo,
Present.
Council President Kaufman,
Here.
Councilwoman Montesano Cohen is absent with prior notice. Councilwoman Kinsella,
Here.
Councilwoman Malalari,
Here.
Councilman Benson,
Here.
Mayor Papaleo is absent with prior notice.
Thank you. I'd now like a motion from Councilman Kanigo and a second from Councilman Benson to approve the following sets of minutes. Minutes of the Mayor and Council regular meeting and closed session of June 12th, 2023. And please abstain if you were not present.
So moved. Second.
I abstain. I was not present at the meeting.
Okay.
I abstain as well. I thought they were going to do a roll call, but okay.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Now I'd like a motion and a second to open the floor to any item on this agenda. Once we get a motion and a second, I'll ask for an all in favor. A motion from Councilwoman Malalari and a second from Councilwoman Kinsella.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, I guess I'm not supposed to be saying aye today, right? Okay, so if there's anyone in the public who would like to speak, please state your name and address and for the record. 1 second. Okay, Mr. Longo. Sorry, Mr. Longo, you're muted. Mr. Longo, I've allowed you to speak. You're muted. Would you like to say
Can
something?
you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Frank Longo. I reside at 145 Webb Avenue, which is on the corner of Webb and Bogart. My wife and I recently moved here about 6 months ago. Lovely town. Am I allowed to address two issues?
Yes,
Okay.
they're on the agenda.
My first issue is that Bogart has no curbs.
So, sorry, it has to be an item on the agenda.
Oh, I'm sorry, then I don't have the agenda. So this is
Okay.
this is not question and answer time.
No, that is later
Okay.
in the meeting.
All right, I'm sorry.
Okay, so we'll come back to you later.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Please raise your hand or comments on the agenda. Okay, looks like that was it for right now. So I'd like a motion from Councilman Benson and a second from Councilwoman Malalari to close the floor to the public.
So moved.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. Next, I'd like a motion from Councilwoman Kinsella and a second from Councilman Kenigo to approve the following appointments and personnel changes. Approve the hire of Morgan Keeley as a part-time temporary administrative assistant in the Finance Borough Clerk Office at an hourly rate of $25 per hour, not to exceed 29 hours per week, effective June 26, 2023. Approve the revised list of camp staff on file with the Borough Clerk's Office.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 I'd also like to announce the following monthly reports are on file in the clerk's office and available for inspection. Land Use Board, May 10, 2023, and Land Use Board, June 14 of 2023. Next up is resolutions by consent. Is there anyone who wishes for any of these resolutions listed to be pulled for discussion or a separate vote? Okay, so could I have a motion from Councilwoman Malalari and a second from Councilman Benson to approve resolutions 23-192 through 23-213?
So moved.
Second.
And could you conduct a roll call?
Sure. Councilman Kenigo,
Yes.
Council President Kaufman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kinsella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Malalari,
Yes.
Councilman Benson.
Yes.
Great. Okay, next up is 23-214, payment of bills, which I will do. Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, that's it. At a regular meeting of the Mayor and Council of the Borough of River Edge, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, held on June 26th, 2023, be it resolved that the Mayor and Council of the Borough of River Edge approve the following expenditures. Current fund, $221,225.13. Capital fund, $20,518.20. Grant fund, $3,451.73. Animal control fund, $9. Trust other fund, $14,943.96. Payroll fund, $10.34. Recreation trust fund, $5,996.44. So moved.
Second.
Okay. And could you conduct a roll call, please?
Sure. Councilman Kenigo,
Yes.
Council President Kaufman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kinsella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Malalari,
Yes.
Councilman Benson.
Yes.
Okay, now I'd like to ask the governing body if anyone has any new business. Okay, hearing none. I'd like to ask the governing body members if you have any old business to discuss tonight. Okay. Moving on. We are now up to public comments. I'd like a motion from Councilman Benson and a second from Councilman Kenigo to open the floor to the public on any item.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great. Aye. Okay, so Mr. Longo, I'm going to allow you to speak again. If you'd like to unmute yourself and go ahead.
Once again, my name is Frank Longo, 145 Webb Avenue on the corner of Webb and Bogert. My wife and I recently moved here about 6 months ago, and we love the town of River Edge. Two issues that I noticed about this block, Bogert, is number one, that it has no curbs. And is there anything in the works to address that?
It will be addressed eventually. If our borough administrator, Ms. Apertella, would like to address when that might happen. I know it's not going to be immediate because of,
It all depends, like on tonight's agenda. What was adopted was a resolution for municipal aid grant application with the Department of Transportation. We always submit for a very large amount to try to cover as much as possible. Bogert Road has been upgraded with curbs, sidewalks, as well as repaving the road. This application covers the area of from Kensington to Continental, but ultimately we could only make the improvements based on when we receive around November, December, the award letter from the Department of Transportation. So I can't quantify when we'll reach the area that you had cited. It all depends on the grant funding that we do receive from the state. It is part of the overall improvement program, but like I just said, I do not know when we'll receive state funding to get to that area.
Okay. My second issue is that in the past 6 months, I've seen a street sweeper come down Bogart and clean both sides one time. And that was when school was not in session. Now, school hasn't been in session a number of times during the past 6 months. And both sides of the streets have not been cleaned. Therefore, I have to go out and clean as much as I can on my property, which is 150 feet long. I'm not sure if you can do alternate side of the street parking. I know that the teachers park here. I know it's a public street. It's a little bit of a thorn in the side, since that if we do have visitors, there's virtually nowhere for our visitors to park. Now, I don't think it's a mayor and council issue about teachers parking here. It's probably a Board of Education issue. But again, the question is there 2 points. Is there a possibility to get alternate side of the street parking even twice during the month? I don't know if anybody wants to answer that. And especially during the fall, which I haven't been here in the fall. The lovely town of Ridgewood has enormous amount of trees, as does my little section of Bogart. So without a street sweeper, I guess it's up to the residents to rake their leaves and bag them. So can anyone address why I only saw a street sweeper one time come down Bogart? Now, perhaps before you contemplate it, I don't know what time they start, but maybe there should be no parking from 7 to 8 o'clock, or have the street sweeper come after 3:30. I'm not sure. I'm just looking for some possibilities, because in essence, what you're stating, and you're not stating it, is that this street will only be swept the month of July and August, when there's no school in session.
Mr. Longo, these are questions that our director of our superintendent of the Department of Public Works would be best suited to answer. So we can
Can I
take
just
down
interject? I did call him. His statement to me was he's aware of the issue. Now, being aware of the issue, I don't know if he has a remedy for that, but he did state that he's aware of it.
If he's aware of it, I have no doubt that he's working on it.
And I think I told you, Mr. Longo, the appropriate place to go to talk about parking regulations would be the Traffic and Safety Commission.
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, do I need to call? What is it? The supervisor of streets? I forgot the title you gave.
The supervisor of the Department of Public Works.
Okay, so I did that 3 months ago, so I guess I need to follow up.
Well, no, we can follow up for you. Lizette, do you think you can speak to Jason and see if we can get a clearer answer? And we can provide it to this gentleman at some point. Perhaps you can call Borough Hall tomorrow and contact Ms. Opertella, who is our borough administrator, and you can speak to her about it, and she can put you together with the superintendent.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, if anyone else has any question, okay, 1 second. Jane, please state your name and address for the record.
Jane Lampman, 353 Valley Road.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, You want me to tell me? Oh, all right. I thought I had to wait for the Board of Health meeting. I was confused.
Oh, are you trying to reach Board of Health meeting?
I don't know which one I'm supposed to be on. Jim from the Board of Health told me to come on the meeting. And I don't know if it was 7 or 7:30.
Okay, I think you're at the wrong meeting.
Okay, I think the next one starts at 7:30, the Board of Health.
Okay, I would just go to the town website and double check the Zoom address for that. Okay,
Okay, do you want me to tell you why I'm on and see what meeting I should be at?
I mean, if you're telling me you're supposed to be at the Board of Health, I'm gonna assume that's
Well,
correct.
it's Jim was at my house because I had called my neighbor, has a ton of chickens and roosters.
Yeah, that's Board of Health, so if you could double check the Zoom address and sign back on. that'd be good.
Okay,
Thank you.
so that's the next meeting. Thank you.
Okay. If anyone else has a question, I don't think there is anyone else. Could we have a motion and a second to close the floor to the public from Councilwoman Malalari and Councilwoman Kinsella?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so I guess now we're up to council comments, if anyone has any.
Well, thank you, Councilman Kaufman, for stepping into the mayor's shoes today and holding the meeting.
You're welcome. And thank you to Mr. Shedanian for joining us in Mr. Sarlo's absence tonight. All right then, well, I guess everyone have a super 4th of July and hope to see you all there and have a good evening.
I'll move to adjourn.
Thank you. Yes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Have a
Okay.
great 4th.
Thank you.
Happy 4th, everyone.
Happy
Good night,
4th.
everyone.
Night.